Good morning.
Good morning.
And the Lord said to Moses, I have heard the complaints of the people of Israel. Say to them, at twilight you shall eat flesh, and in the morning you shall be filled with bread. Then you shall know that I am the Lord your God. The word of God. I bring you the greetings from the Evangelical Lutheran Church of Tanzania Central Diocese. Our Bishop Alex sent me greetings to you with his staff. They told me they are praying for this important assembly, and Minnesota is always in our heart. So receive these greetings from him. I also bring you some greetings from Tumaini University Makumira, especially from the head of department, Randy Stubbs, and his family. Some of you support this family, and they are doing a great job to run that program to this far. And I will be glad to join them soon. After these greetings, some of you already know that I come from the country where animals are not kept in a zoo. So sometimes we get visitors, harmless at least. Some are friends, but some are just neighbors. So I'll share with you one story, and it was Sunday morning, I remember. We walked up early in the morning, getting ready for the church. My lovely wife brushed my shoes, and she prepared them by the porch, and everything was pretty in good shape. As I was in my room collecting my belongings, I saw two monkeys leaning against my window. But who cared? They were just monkeys. They would normally come in our house and steal bananas, or they will walk on our roof in the morning to wake us up. But this day, they had a different mission. It was time to leave, and we are behind the schedule. My wife and I walked out, and I approached the porch where my shoes were put. I looked around, but something was not okay. One shoe had disappeared. Before we realized what just happened, the group of monkeys were running away, and one of them was carrying my shoe. What? I tried to run after them with my bare feet, but who can run after monkeys? They were gone. I was left with one shoe, and my wife told me, at least you can put it on one foot. As you can imagine, I was upset and a little bit of angry, because although I had some shoes left, some pairs of shoes left, but this seems to be very special. It was when the church service started, when I really went back to what just happened. And it was as if somebody was leading me into asking myself some simple questions like, how much do I need for myself? And for what do I need it? For what reason do I need what I need? And when will I know that I need no more? I thought of all things that I have, some of which I do not use at all, like some other extra pairs of shoes. I thought of some things that I want to have, some of which I really do not need. And I compared myself with the group of monkeys, the family, and I thought monkeys were more united than me and my other friends, humans. They were so social, they spoke the same language, they agreed together, they came to steal my shoes, they shared the happiness. They had everything because they owned nothing. Now the question becomes, why do I need what I need? And what does that, what I need, makes me feel about myself and other people? I'll share with you my story a little bit. I was raised in a poor but communal social culture. I grew up in the country, sleeping in the dirt, beaten by mosquitoes and bugs. My parents were one of hard workers I knew, but life wasn't that easy. Our life depended on the rain. I attended school wearing one pant, no shoes at all, up to until when I was in middle school, and the pants itself was open on the bottom. And since it was just the only pants that I had, when times came to do laundry, I had to stay inside and cover myself up until it dries up so that I can put it on. And what itself was the problem? I don't remember how long did it take me to take a shower. It was not a case. My mother had to walk for miles, for hours, to fetch water, to get access to one basket of water for the entire family. Who would let you use that water to wash your body? I don't even speak of hunger. When the year was bad, the rain was not enough, the crops dried. The entire village had no food. I remember I would come home from school at 5 p.m. after I have spent more than 9 hours. And my mother would look at me and give me a lovely hug and say, "My son, I love you. Thank you so much for attending the school. But we are sorry that today we have no food." We didn't eat. The entire village has no food. We'll go to sleep. We hope that God will provide us with food tomorrow. And tomorrow morning, I will wake up with hope and run to school and spend another 9 hours expecting that on my way back, God will provide my parents with food. It didn't change my humanity. Although for some people who never experienced this situation, they can easily make simple judgment to justify their hard working and deny other people's struggle. And hence, some people can easily ask, how can it be possible that someone can stay without food? Are there no stores? But there are stories that the church need to reach. Stories like those of Hadzabe that I visited with my youth. Hadzabe people are Bushmen, as they are called. They live in a jungle, depending on the forest, depending on fruit, wild animal, collecting some leaves and whatever they get. And now that the forest is cut down by people who want to build their beautiful houses, the animals have run away. And so men spend months away from their families chasing wild animals. And women are left behind with their children collecting whatever they could get. But as kind and innocent as they are, when we got there, Hadzabe had built us a hut made of grasses. We slept outside, surrounded by hyenas. And they told me one thing very important, that whatever they get on their hunt, even if it is a small animal like a rabbit, they will share among themselves to make sure everyone get a portion. And as I was talking to them, one of the old men approached me, and he looked at me and said, "Well, why did you come here?" I say, "What do you mean, what? Why?" I say, "Yeah, because you are modernized and we are not modernized. Don't you say that so?" Many people come to visit us as if we were a zoo. So did you come to sympathize with us, or you came to visit a zoo? That had never been a good question. The question that indicated the mistrust, pains of rejection, and isolations. The question that challenged my way of looking of myself as compared to other people. The question that shows the stress. The question that challenged me to prove that the same God that created me is the same God that created Hadzabi in the same equality of humanity and dignity. As Peter said, God does not show favoritism. Or as Paul said, God has no partiality. These words were hard for me to prove. But it was the question of when, as the church, can we reach them? When can we listen to their story and help? When can we preach that in the morning they shall be filled with bread, then they shall know that He is the Lord their God? My first days in the United States might be very weird. And I remember after I landed to Texas, after some 2 weeks, I thought I am used to Texas, and I walked around to one restaurant. That waitress brought me a menu, and I looked, I didn't know what it was. And she asked me, "What do you want to eat?" And I said, "I want hamburger." She said, "Well, what hamburger, sir?" I said, "Well, just hamburger, a hamburger." He said, "Well, we have about 20 types of hamburgers here. So which one do you want?" I said, "Well, you know what? My friends brought me here last week, and there was one that was very delicious. Can you give me that one?" I said, "I'm sorry, sir. I cannot do it because I wasn't here. Which one did you get?" I said, "I don't know. I'm just hungry." Say, "Sir, but I cannot help." "Yes, I am just, can you just give me hamburger, please?" Say, "But we have cheeseburger, we have Mr. Pink burger, we have natural burger, we have," say, "You know what? I am just hungry." I exposed my ignorance. But then she helped me to get one. I say, yes, I didn't know what it was. But she kept asking, "What size?" "Oh, a big size." "Okay, large." "What bread? What cheese? Queso, chips." And everything for me was yes, 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 not knowing what to expect. I didn't know that everything is big in Texas. And then after I was brought that plate, I started praying that it didn't belong to me. And I said, "Madam, I didn't tell you I was this hungry. How can I eat this food? It's for 3 men." Said, "Sir, this is your order." "Yes, but I told you just hungry, not this hungry. I cannot finish this food." Say, her answer was very simple. "Sir, you don't have to finish it." This wasn't one of our options back home. We never grew up with options of what to eat, but we ate what we could get. I ate, and people were throwing their food, trashing, and I thought maybe this is United States, so I ate maybe half of it and took the rest to the trash. I walked out that restaurant a little bit disappointed and a bit of self-accusing, knowing that what food means in my society. But just on the street, I encountered one woman that was asking for $1 to get food. I looked at myself. I wasted the entire plate, but this woman was looking for just $1 to get food. And on her hands, she had a placard, like a box with words. And it was written, "Please, USA, help, and may God bless you." And below USA, she emphasized, "Unemployed senior American." I felt it was not fair. It was not fair that some people can put their food in a trash while some people have nothing to put in their mouth. Yesterday we heard that this food that we have in this planet is enough, more than enough for all people. But it is the question of when. When should we reach out and get to meet them? Yesterday we had 3 questions, 2 questions, how and what. But today I add, when. After we know when, on the way out to doing, we will know how. We will know what to do, because we already know what to do. We need to know when to lift up and work. This is our call. We are called to listen. We are called to come. We are called to go. We are called to be accountable. May God bless us. Amen.